Hello everyone, I'm Maurice Ashley and welcome to Game 9 of the Fide World Championship Dubai 2021. Game 8 was a tight affair, nip and tuck throughout, looked to be a draw until Jan Nepomniachtchi, the challenger, did something that he has not done in ages. He blundered a pawn incredibly, and that allowed the world champion Magnus Carlsen to take the lead in that game and eventually grind down his opponent and take a big lead in the match, 5-3. In today's Game 9, Nepo will have the white pieces. We've seen him play cautiously in the last couple of games, content to get just a small edge, but that has not been enough against Magnus, who has defended perfectly and was able to neutralize his advantage in those games. Will Nepo change his strategy completely and go all out on the attack, creating chaos on the board and possibly confuse the champion? Or will that be too risky a strategy and cause that to blow up in his face and maybe he loses the game and simply loses the match? Later, we'll hear some insights from former Real Madrid star Michel Salgado on the kind of championship mentality one has to maintain in order to succeed at the highest level. And we'll also see a feature on the beautiful portals that welcome visitors to Expo Dubai. It's time to get Game 9 started. Let's jump to the action.
Today, more than ever, when the world comes together to create a better tomorrow.
It's going to be
magic.
Oh,
La magie. Magic.
Magic with music.
With architecture.
With colors.
Magic with celebration.
with your safety.
From here.
There.
And everywhere.
For 6 whole months, day and night.
Join the making of a new world starting October 1st.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today.
Well, I think we're going to see a great fight provided by both of the players. So I think it's going to be an exciting game and, of course, an exciting, let's say, finish for today. So,
when I came here, I had no idea what was going to happen because everything here is so unexpected and so exciting.
Their excitement when I came in here, my heart was for a fierce game, exciting game, and I think it will be a game full of fireworks.
Yeah, I think Nepo is in a difficult spot. He has lost 2 games and he clearly needs to win with white pieces. I think he has to change something in the approach of the opening because he hasn't been capable of getting big advantages.
I think today Magnus is going to extend his lead. I think he's got Jan under a lot of pressure. So I think, and Jan's got to go for it. So I think Magnus can just pick him off now.
And my guess is for us who are superstitious, that probably the Vikings' god, Ragnarok, is being used by Carlsen, and he could have taken the chess god, Kaiser, captive. So probably, my guess is we can use the Kampala variation, which has a lot of dark voodoo in it.
I made my debut when I was 18 years old in first division, and for me it was like reaching the top. I didn't know that in the end it was only the start, But for me at that day, when I played against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu, I never imagined that in 4 years and a half I would be signing for the best team in the world, which is Real Madrid, and spending in there more than 10 years and winning everything, including 2 Champions League, which is the trophy that you win to win. Not even dreaming it. So I think, to be a top or a winner, as a top winner in one sport, you need to be, first of all, you need to be very, very strong mentally. It's what I said about these guys. You need to be strong because competition at the highest level, it doesn't allow you to make one mistake. It doesn't allow you to cry one day. It doesn't allow you to think about what happened 1 hour before. It only allows you to keep, fighting, going through your mistakes, and then in 2-3 hours getting back, into the real fight to try to win again. So, as I said, it's not only the skills. I can tell you, even in Real Madrid, what it takes to be a Real Madrid player. And they say, look, the skills, yeah, of course, when they sign you for Real Madrid, they sign you because you are a great player and because they think that you can be part of that team because you have something extra. But then when you arrive in there, you know that there is one part that nobody's going to teach you, which is the mental thing, the mental part of the game, which is, dealing with the pressure of a club that has millions and millions of followers behind you, dealing with the pressure from the media, dealing with the pressure of the club, which being second is not an option. So these kind of things are something that they will never teach you. You only get it when you get in there. So, as I said, so many ingredients that make you being a top player in any game.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Maurice Ashley, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Game 9 of the Fide World Championship Dubai 2021. First player playing with the white pieces from Russia, Jan Nepomniachtchi. And playing with the black pieces from Norway, the world champion, Magnus Carlsen. First, representing Fide, the deputy Fide president, Bashar Kouatli. Representing Chess 24, Ayelen Martinez. And one of the bright young stars of our game, Indian Grandmaster Pragnananda. Let the game begin. Game 9 is underway. We see a new variation on the board today. Jan Nepomniachtchi needs to try something different, and he has. The first 4 games with white against Magnus, he pushed his pawn in front of his king. Now he's pushed his pawn in front of his bishop on one side, in front of his knight on the other. And this variation is different. He's definitely trying to throw Magnus off with these moves. Of course, the world champion is extremely well prepared for everything, but he knows, does Magnus, that Jan needs to go after him if he's going to have any chance of winning this match. So caution is key here. I would expect Magnus to play very solidly, and there he goes, playing d5, putting a pawn in the middle of the board, securely protected, and bishop to g2 instantly by Nepo, the kind of move that puts pressure from the long diagonal. That bishop, often called the Catalan bishop, down the long diagonal, puts a lot of pressure on the position. Magnus knows that this is deep preparation by Nepo as they are in new territory. We'll expect to see Magnus give some thought in this position, and Nepo already getting up from the board. We've seen him do this time and time again in this match. The photographers haven't even left yet, and Nepo is walking away from the board, leaving Magnus to think. Certainly very unusual behavior on his part. Well, the game has been proceeding at a slow pace, and Magnus looks surprisingly tense. He's the one who's ahead in this match, but he seems super anxious right now, uncertain about what to do. And the jacket is coming off. Magnus taking off his jacket this early. He's usually pretty cool in the beginning of a game, but right now he is feeling the tension. He's feeling the pressure from Nepo's moves, and he just wants to get loose, get comfortable. May not be a big deal, but we'll keep an eye on it, as already the champion is feeling some pressure. Magnus spending some time here trying to figure out exactly what to do. And he's finally played the move pawn to a5, pushing that wing pawn all the way on the side. Little bit of a cryptic idea, definitely a control move. You see him here focused, but now getting up as Jan returns to the table. Magnus quickly takes this moment for a break, and Jan coming back. He looks pretty relaxed for someone who's down 2 points in the match, but his stomach must be churning inside, no question about it, as he knows that he has to deliver the goods in this game if he wants to at least make an impression on Magnus. And he's quickly moving his knight to b3. That knight is attacking the bishop on c5, and he's getting up from the board again. Moving this quickly and not staying at the board just seems like a recipe for disaster as far as I'm concerned. Magnus has been feeling the heat as his opponent keeps playing quickly and banging down attacking moves, and we see Magnus push his pawn to a3. That move is a curious one. Not sure if it's the best move, as we see Nepo coming back to the table, and it does seem as though Nepo has a really good opportunity here. This pawn move seems aggressive, but there is a chance for Nepo to push his own pawn 2 squares up. It would be a pawn sacrifice, but it would be an excellent move to play in this position. No question about it. Looks like it's an enterprising idea. Magnus is focused on this idea as well, as the tension is certainly ratcheting up in this position right now. He's got to grab the bull by the horns and play aggressively at this moment. Is this going to be the chance that Jan Nepomniachtchi gets to make a breakthrough and come back and make this a match?
If everybody in the
It's Expo 2020.
loved everybody in the world, what a glorious world this could be.
It's the culture, it's the music, the artwork, it's the people.
Come on and join us. A new world is just beginning.
Expo 2020 Dubai is the first expo to happen in this region, the Middle East. And what you see behind me is one of the 3 entry portals that visitors can use to access the site. You can access to one of the 3 thematic districts: mobility, opportunity, and sustainability. Behind me right now is the mobility thematic district. Expo 2020 Dubai has 3 sub-themes: sustainability, opportunity, and mobility. And any country who is accepted to be part of this incredible adventure has chosen one of these sub-themes. Now you see on site, we haven't placed the countries according to geographical proximity. What we did is, we listened to their sub-themes, meaning you would have France in mobility and Jamaica in mobility, and they're all together, and that's how you create synergies. This falls under the whole overarching theme, which is connecting minds, creating the future. Now take a second and imagine yourself walking through these epic doors, because it's what it is. It's an epic feeling, and also a symbolic act of moving from the past to the future with an expo. If you look at the patterns on the door, this is called the Mashrabiya pattern, and it was traditionally used to regulate both light and air ventilation. But this is a futuristic adaptation of it. And here we enter the site.
I think looking at the position right now, I really feel Nepo is come well prepared. He's had a haircut, he looks fresh, and I really think that today is the day when Nepo is going to create a great comeback. And I'm supporting Nepo, and let's hope he makes it 1-0 today for Nepo.
Judging by the moves, I just thought Jan was gonna do it and just beat it.
Jan Nepomniachtchi 2 points down in the match, with a great opportunity to play a very aggressive advance with his pawn, pushing his pawn. He's reaching for, and he has captured on A3 instead, opening up that file for himself, but also giving Magnus a chance to take that pawn back. And he's gotten up from the board. He's doing what he's done time and time again. And his fans must be frustrated that he's not going straight after Magnus. We see Magnus returning. Magnus went to the white side of the board before sitting down at the black side. What was he thinking? I don't know what that was for that second there, but he's trying to clear his head and continue ahead in this game. Very funny moment, but maybe indicative of how much pressure he's feeling in this game. We're on move 18, and Magnus sitting at the board, trying to figure out how to deal with these two big pawns that White has in the middle of the board, controlling all that space. And it looks like he's getting set to move, and whoa, what happened there? He touched his knight. He touched his knight, and it looks like he was just adjusting it, and kind of a funny wave. Technically, you're supposed to say, I adjust when you want to fix a piece, but Magnus didn't have an opponent at the board, so he decided that he could just make the adjustment. Could be controversial in some circles, but clearly the world champion didn't intend to move that knight. He was clearly just fixing it on the square to make it a bit more centered, and he's pushed his pawn to h6. Some strange things happening, though, so far in this game. Now it's White's 24th move, and Magnus, with his jacket back on, feeling a lot more relaxed. And what a move, queen back to e1. You don't see the queen retreating that often in chess, offering a queen trade there. That's an awesome looking move. What an idea to offer a trade of queens when he has all that pressure. And Nepo getting up from the board, feeling very confident, or is he nervous? But still, a great move with some nice chances for him, and Magnus quickly trading those queens off. Nepo returning to the board. He'll instantly capture that queen, and there goes that trade. And this position, it looks as though Black's knight is in a funny place, might get trapped, and Magnus has advanced his pawn to give his knight an exit to be able to retreat. But there's a pawn sitting for free on the other side of the board. It looks like Magnus is going to lose a pawn here. And bam, there it goes. The pawn is gone from the board. Did Magnus calculate all of this? Because Nepo at the moment is ahead by a solid pawn. And now rook to a4, trying to get the pawn back. Definitely looking for his own play. Magnus is looking for counterplay, but Nepo's chance might be now. He is up a pawn in this game. Will he be able to take advantage of it and bounce back in this match?
Today, more than ever, when the world comes together to create a better tomorrow.
It's going to be magic.
La magie. Magic. Magic with music.
With architecture.
With colors.
Magic with celebration.
With your safety.
From here.
There.
And everywhere.
For 6 whole months, day and night.
Join the making of a new world, starting October 1st.
If everybody in the
It's Expo 2020.
loved everybody in the world, what a glorious world this could be.
It's the culture, it's the music, the artwork, it's the people.
Come on and join us. A new world is just beginning.
Well, it's crazy. You know, I remember when I was a kid and I was following Karpov against Kasparov. That was amazing. I have to tell you, you know, I couldn't play so much chess in my life because I was every single day training. You know, not only training, playing on the streets 3 or 4 hours football, because by then we used to play on the streets. No many academies, no many, you know, fields ready for you to play. The street was our field. But in the end, I started to play chess with my brother. He was the one to teach me a little bit of chess, because he told me that it was really good, you know, to to make my mind think, you know. And in football, people they think that football is only a physical sport, you know, where the strongest one is the one to win. And it's not like that. You know, some players that are massive players, that are really top players in the world, they are in there not only for the skills, but because they are the most intelligent players. We need to make intelligent players. So I think chess is one of these sports that it helps any kind of physical sports as well, to think about movements, to think tactically, you know, to get your mind ready for the real game. So as I said, I'm not a really expert, you know, in chess, but I love it as a game, and I think it's very important for the kids if they can do it. I think it's going to help them out to understand any kind of game they play tactically.
I just think that Magnus is a really great chess man, but I'm also thinking that Jan has a chance of winning.
If Nepo doesn't win today, I think he will lose. He won't be capable of recover 2 games deficit.
Jan Nepomniachtchi ahead by a pawn right now, but it's not that easy. Magnus is attacking his pawn at the moment as we see Magnus come back to his chair. This is certainly a tricky position, technically not easy to play. He's played the move c5. Wait a minute, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. Jan getting up from the board, but this move is confusing. As he walks away, Magnus also confused because it does look as though Magnus has a move that traps that bishop. That bishop in the heart of the position looks like it could be blocked by the move pawn to c6. And Magnus notices, he's like, whoa, what is going on? Can this be real? But it looks real, it looks legit. And now Magnus has played the move c6, pawn to c6. That bishop sitting at b7 is trapped, and it looks like it's going to go lost. What was Jan thinking? This blunder is inexplicable. I can't remember a blunder like this in World Championship play. Magnus looking back, waiting for his opponent to show up and show what he was thinking about in this situation. Everybody's wondering, where is Jan? I can't even imagine what he's thinking about at this moment. He's made one of the biggest blunders of his entire career. Magnus there trying to stay cool, trying to stay calm. The minutes ticking away as he can feel that this could be the whole match. 3 games up in a World Championship, that's just death. That's just the finish. And Jan is back at the table. I just cannot imagine how he feels having played such a mistake. He's well aware of it, and he must just be a beaten man right now, feeling as though he has played one of the worst games in his life at the worst time in his life. And he's quickly played f3, and Magnus knows, hey, you're attacking my knight, no problem, my knight has a way to get out. It's your bishop that has a problem getting into the game, and Nepo knows it. Nepo knows it, Magnus knows it, and now it's Magnus's turn to get up and walk away and show that it's Nepo in trouble. His face is showing agony right now, as it certainly looks like this game is over. Nepo now in absolute desperation what to do in this position, and he's played the move rook to e4, challenging Black's rook, but the story is not the rook. The story is that bishop, and Magnus now attacking that bishop, which cannot escape, and Nepo defending the bishop with his rook. But the next move is easy. Magnus just needs to gang up on that piece that's stuck in the heart of his position, and there he goes, rook to b8. That bishop is dead. That bishop cannot go anywhere at all. Nepo could resign. He's played the move a4. I'm not sure what this is going to do. In fact, it's not going to do anything. That bishop is dead, and you cannot play down a bishop against a player like Magnus Carlsen. It seems as though Nepo is going to keep going, but this game is simply over and done. This is the final moments of this game, as Magnus knows he just needs to stop that pawn from going anywhere down the board, and once he blocks that, all of Nepo's chances will evaporate in smoke. That's a body blow of a move, just blocking that pawn, and now Magnus up an extra piece. This is hopeless, absolutely. And Nepo resigns. And Magnus now has a 3-point lead. He leads this match by a commanding score of 6-3.
It was a tough game in which I was under pressure, both on the board and on the clock.
Sometimes, perhaps, your opponent can blunder your way to victory there. So no, that's actually happening. But I mean, in general, of course, there is a lot of work to do to understand why is it going on like this, and what's the reason. But I mean, lack of concentration, or maybe combined with some not the best luck.
You prefer to beat an opponent who's playing at his very best, but if he's not, you take it any day of the week.
The next game will be tomorrow. That is game 10 at 16:30. Thank you all and have a good night.